Haha, what's up, Eric?
What's happening, my friend?
How you doing, buddy?
We're doing well.
I need everybody forgive me again. Been another rough week. Was sick all week. Cough has subsided a little bit today.
Yeah, you sound better.
But my energy level is way down, and
thank God we're not running.
My head is thank
doing
God.
Any exercise.
So we're just talking a lot.
We're just talking.
You know, being fat and sitting here talking a lot takes up a lot of energy. Gets the heart rate up, all that. It's like doing cardio.
It is. Well, it's a mind exercise and a soul exercise and
exercise.
A soul exercise.
Soul exercise is true. So how was your week, sir?
To be honest, I'm not going to say it was okay. It sucked. I went home early one day because I was stressed out at work, which I know a lot of people are like, well, you get stressed at work. All you do is move trailers and drive. Like, I get it, but and I don't want to say
a certain way it should be done. They're not doing it that way. And
one of my good friends
your job harder.
he's irritated with me right now, but one of my good friends says incompetency a lot, like a lot. And I think that's what the issue is. It's a certain group that actually is in charge that don't do their job.
Mm-hmm.
And that puts more work on our part, the Teamster side. And it's irritating and it's frustrating and
it's irritating.
So
make up new words for it. So
well, yeah, I'm still.
I did hear you had to do some cleaning today.
So do you remember when we first started this show and we had
there was a whole show on cleaning and
I think I would like to take this time to revisit that. There's just a certain way that women who clean want it done. Now they'll say the right way.
Clean.
Well, I don't clean a lot, but when I do, I mean, I'll get after it.
Do it 120%.
Well, I mean, I get it that there needs to be done a certain way, right? I understand that part.
Right.
But when you go from cleaning zero to cleaning something, like, I'm not saying they should be thankful, but I get it. It's the same thing at work, you know. At least they're doing something, I guess. I don't know. Not really.
Well, we did have something very positive this week. Unfortunately, I was down again most of the week, but Saturday was a special day.
Yeah, Saturday was awesome.
Except for you don't communicate, so
I totally dropped the ball on that.
Things would be smoother and fun.
Yeah,
get it all done together.
Totally, just didn't pay attention and went and did our
on the own program. But it's all good. Everything got done. Nobody else would know, but it was we did Wreaths across America, right? And for those of you that do not know, our national cemeteries, which we have one called San Joaquin Valley National Cemetery, that's out like outside of Gustine at 5 and the 33, right?
Yeah, between Santanella and Gustine.
Yeah, between Santanella and Gustine.
Off of McCabe.
Yep.
There's 3,100 cemeteries that participated in it.
Okay. I was like 3,100. Where's that number coming?
Right here off of the.
But you picked up Wreaths too?
Oh, 37.
3,700.
Hold on, old, Sonny. Hold on, Sonny.
You're getting old.
Oh shit! It says 3,700 across the 50 United States.
Now, did you end up getting Wreaths?
Yeah, we got to end up getting 10,
okay.
5, 10, something like that.
Okay, because did they open it up earlier than 10?
So I told they asked, hey, what are you here for? I'm like, oh, we're here for a bunch because I couldn't remember if we did 5, 10 or what we did.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, just go this way. Like we literally got in line of like a 20-car line, and they're like, oh no, go right here. And like they're like, yeah, go over there. Right.
And go to the front of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, dude, just load up as much as you want. We'll take them out there. And then they said something about
I think the people that were helping, you went on the outside lane.
And then we cut in the inside. We were on the outside, then we went to the inside. And
because the line was actually, I mean, was it last year? It was a lot longer. So the reason I did want to bring this up is, you know, obviously have a little fun with you on how our communication mismatched that day. But this is it for, I mean, at least for me, and I know for you, this is kind of it's really a cool thing. If you have a chance to go to, first off, you go to a national cemetery and you just see the plots. I mean, just rows and rows of our servicemen and women and their spouses that are buried there, and the work to make it look beautiful and keep it looking nice, and just everything out there. And to be able to put the wreaths out there and see them laying, like as you drive, and you can see the wreaths laying. But there's so many veterans that are buried that don't get
Didn't have a
anybody
wreath.
coming to them.
Yeah.
And I know for our local chapter of the Wreaths Across America, I mean, the poor lady that runs it, and my heart goes out to her, because she literally put out a Facebook post saying, look, if anybody wants to take it, because I guess people were bashing her or saying things.
Wrong dates, times. The ceremony
just-
was at 10 at one email or 8 the other.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's one
It's all
person
volunteer.
running it, and
Yeah.
everything is volunteer.
Yep.
Everything's donated. I mean, the wreaths, the trucking, there's the company, at least for San Joaquin, there's a company down the
Storage.
road
Yep.
that stores it all and helps move it along. Everything is based on volunteers. So for anybody to say anything about them, they can, you know, in
Kick
my words,
rocks.
they can shove it, because it's an amazing thing. And, you know, we had the opportunity, I think we did like 15 wreaths, and we bought some because we thought we were gonna, because we weren't sure if you placed, you know, at least Tom's, and Jamie had a list of everybody's.
Yeah, I didn't get the list that Chris sent.
Yeah, Jamie had a list. I mean, we had Tom's, we had
Yeah.
everybody's on there of their plot numbers and everything. And so it was kind of funny because almost everybody else that we had to go deliver to already had a wreath.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fun, Jamie and I walking through and just reading headstones and saying, hey, you know, he or she deserve a wreath, and we would just sit there and talk to them for a minute and thank you for their service.
And again, I remember this. I remember this topic. It may have been the same episode as the cleaning the house coincided with the wreath, and we had talked about getting involved more, which I think next year that it will be something that we'll focus on a little bit more.
Right.
There's actually there was there's over 3,700 cemeteries that participate, and I believe it was, I think San Joaquin was at like 38% of the veterans out there that had wreaths.
That seems high.
Yeah.
Honestly,
37
based on what we saw, that seems very, very high. And we were there. I mean, we were there probably till 11:30ish, maybe, or 11 something. So there could have been more going on the rest of the day, but 38%. I mean, there was so much green grass with nothing on it. Even when we were there, and I mean, there was large groups and large plots of where you could see wreaths were put out. But what people tend to do is, you know, they go by their loved one. If they have an extra one, they place it probably by their loved one. So that's why we kind of did a better job, like trying to walk around a little more. I mean, we put a couple around, like my dad, but then we tried to walk out.
Yeah.
But the whole reason, like, I really wanted to get on this is one of the things they said was the not only is volunteerism down, but the people buying the wreaths was way down.
Yeah.
And, you know, I can't tell people what to do, and, you know, it is what it is, but we've got to get better as a country.
Yeah.
At, you know, it, and yeah, I might go off on a tangent on, you know, we had the Ukrainian whatever here, the president of Ukraine talking in our Congress with their flag flying in our Congress, which is complete bullshit. Sorry, I'm gonna say it, complete bullshit.
Yeah.
And talking about another 47 billion, or all the money we've already given. Think about that money. And I know wreaths don't do anything, I know they die, but it's the thought. And obviously there's so much more money that could go towards our veterans. This is just one little piece that we do and we feel is necessary to let all of our loved ones, let all of our men and women that served this country, died for this country, know that somebody cares. Like, it's that little, people. Like, it's that little to take the time, and it's one day a year.
Yeah.
It's usually the Saturday before Christmas, and you can buy some wreaths, and they even do, if you buy like 5, you get 2 free or something. And it's, I mean, $80 for 7 wreaths.
Yeah.
And we had to go buy another one for one of our other guests, and it was, Jamie walked up to the place last night because we had a hard time finding wreaths. $80
for a wreath.
Yeah.
And here we are.
This big, like a little bit bigger than my head.
Yeah.
$80. And Jamie like straight up said, look, this is all we're trying to do. And the lady was like, oh my God. And so gave it to us for 25, which was still more than what we spent on the Wreaths Across America. So,
well, I know Brooklyn and Frank they're already zoned in on some money that they're going to donate for Wreaths next year.
Awesome.
I'm sure Cammie and Cole will be able
but
to.
That's our
something.
Families. Like, what can we do to get everybody else out there?
Yeah, but that's the seed that you spread as you get to them, and then they talk about it. I mean,
well, we gotta. I'm gonna do a better job because I shared it. We shared it on our stuff. But people need to. That's one thing when you see Wreaths Across America, man. It's one of the things. Just take it serious. Yeah,
I'm gonna wrap my truck next year.
Huh?
I'm gonna wrap my truck from Veterans Day on the 11th, Veterans Day, November 11th. I'm gonna go get my truck wrapped in Wreaths Across America banner.
Well, I mean, if we can do this right, then what else can we do right? You know what I mean? It's just our veterans. There needs to be more for our veterans.
Yeah, I mean, let's be realistic. That's why we're here, right? I mean,
right.
That's what we're trying to do is share the word and give the guys a platform, when they want to come on and talk. And it's a small thing. Now I know that there's going to be a pickup day too, but there's also a cleanup. Oh, is it me?
No, it's Jamie.
Oh my God, I usually get a reminder.
It's paparazzi. No, it's all good. No, it's funny. It was just funny.
I'm getting
today's cookie day in my house.
I'm getting a response.
From who?
From our guest.
Oh, what? Well, let's
OMG. Usually get a reminder. I've been completely swamped until
it's all good. Let's just go forward.
It's all good.
Yeah. Let's just go forward. It's all good. No, so paparazzi, it is cookie day.
It is cookie day.
So she is frivolously got like every counter covered in parchment paper, and
there's red.
She's covered in flour.
Red cherry chips.
Yeah,
macadamia,
red cherry chips, and macadamia nut, white chocolate. But yeah, let's hit a commercial real quick, and then
let's do both of them.
Well, let's just do one at a time.
How about my intro? Where's my Scotty?
It's coming.
Okay.
Now for our sponsor, Tamara Pulido with the Finance Group, where they're creating a future where everyone has access to the loan and home they love. Whether you're a veteran, law enforcement, a first-time home buyer, you're up or downsizing, or even if you need to just refinance, our community deserves proficiency and expertise. Better rates, faster close, welcome home. Tamara Pulido NMLS 1655776. Again, that's Tamara Pulido, and her phone number is 209-204-3795.
I'm just gonna say next week, maybe.
Next week's fine. So we had a little. I'm gonna change this real quick while we're talking.
Listen, so it happens, right? When
well, Mike's under the weather, so Mike's gonna take all the blame.
Well, because listen, just because I overlooked it, he overlooked it, doesn't mean that it didn't say yeah. So we're getting apologies as we're coming in, right? So we're supposed to have Sean Laurie. If you don't follow him, go follow him on TikTok. That's his biggest social media page that he has. He's still texting. He's got a bunch of I'm sorry, I'm okay. He just the guy's busy. Get it? Totally understand. That's how we roll here. We're just going to keep moving. Yeah. But go check it out. He goes. He's literally. It's all. I got it. Hold on a second. It's all good, my man.
Yeah, no, it's all good. By the way, Gary, I am struggling still, and we'll be reaching out to you tomorrow. Every day is a struggle right now.
It is
RSV, like kind of like COVID last year. At least I didn't end up in the hospital.
Yay!
Knock on wood.
Well,
don't want to.
Yeah. Why?
But I think I've hopefully gone through the worst of it.
Yeah.
So Gary, I have not forgot about you. We are gonna. So Gary Miller Mobile Tax is gonna be
Miller
a sponsor
Mobile Tax Service.
He did a huge service for a veteran, like a very expensive service for a veteran that is much appreciated.
Awesome.
That I owe him for. So
awesome.
I need to make it right by him, and we will be doing it that way.
Cool.
Because we can.
It's our show. We get to do what we want.
It is.
So next week we're gonna have Sean Laurie on, getting combat veteran,
Hey, at least I got
TikTok
the thumbnail. I got everything ready.
TikTok influencer, media, positive guy. Listen,
Super cool.
this is how serious I was today, man. This is the second Red Bull since like
shit.
2:00. Okay.
Well, you'll have to do it again tomorrow.
Yeah. So it's like, no, it's one of those things where it works out because we can sit here and BS all day long and talk about different random things.
Miller Mobile Tax must be mobile this week. 3,000 miles this week. So.
Mobile.
Get it, Gary.
You need a good tax guy.
You need a good tax guy.
I do like his story though.
Yeah. His story is, I mean, he's just knows so much. It's crazy. So I know you asked about Scotty. Let's get a little Scotty in our lives and get the show kicked off.
Yeah, the times and places, they may change, but one thing stays the same. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If you think they wouldn't do it all over again, well, you just don't know them. The memories that they own of the ones who didn't make it home, yeah, sure do miss them, but they keep them all living in the stories that they tell.
You know, today's stories will be about us. Yay, you guys. And I called it the Up in the Air show.
Yeah.
Change the name
The
to Up in the Air.
randomness.
Yeah, the randomness of whatever it will be today. So we'll see where it goes. So what was that? That was a weird sound. So we talked about
that one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, it was there.
I'm still figuring out this podcast thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't know how to do it.
Well, technology gets interesting every time we deal with something new. It seems to get me. So, I do talked about Wreaths Across America, and I think January 17th, or there's a couple Saturdays away, where they will be having, at least at San Joaquin, will be the pickup day.
Yeah.
So you go help clean up.
We should have got a hold of Chris. Not Chris. Oh, wow. Thanks, Dementia. CVMA. They went out to Tracy.
Yeah, they went out.
And I get, I mean, comparing Tracy to San Joaquin's.
Well, I'm not. San Joaquin's going to be where I go because that's.
Well, no, I know. Stop cutting me off.
Sorry.
What I'm saying is, I wonder what their number was compared. But you really can't compare that. It's a local municipality to a
private cemetery.
Private cemetery to a national.
Well, we went out for Olivia today and did that wreath. And actually, Jamie and I, we were at Houston, we were at Lakewood, and the amount of Christmas trees out there, like there's a couple of 5-6 footers next to
set up,
next to like, well, and it's a lot of the Christmas trees are where more of the monuments are, but it's crazy because the monument areas, the decorations in the monument areas are unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, and maybe I don't know what you call it, but all the things that people leave behind around the monument areas was just, I mean, it was like a Christmas display.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, there was one over by, I believe it was Olivia's uncle that we went to, but like somebody had built like a whole little Christmas village around.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was just.
I wonder if it was a youngster.
I didn't look. I mean, we were driving by. It was actually kind of on the edge. We did see Dennis is literally right on the front corner of like when you go in between the buildings and you go, like Dennis is right on the front corner.
Yeah.
Like Jamie's like, no, there's Dennis right there. And I didn't know. Like,
yeah.
Like they put him, wow. Easy to find. Today's was a little harder to find. We got help, and then I ended up, and she's like, if you can't find it still, just give me a call. So I ended up having to call her, and we were off probably like 30 feet.
Yeah. And again, going back to San Joaquin, I didn't know our dads were that close.
I know that was
the same
crazy.
pot. I'm like, wait a minute. Because I started looking and I looked it up on the grave finder, and I'm like, wait, that's like right over here. Cause it's like 8,000.
C
C
800,
eight,
like
8.
812.
Yeah,
I gotta look.
I know. I was like, wait,
I gotta look at the picture.
I have it too. Yeah.
Oh, we all have them.
And I reposted your TikTok that you made that I took over.
I know.
And I
Dude,
took it.
okay, let's talk about that real quick. Did you notice anything different this year driving in?
It's green.
No.
Oh, they open up that whole backside?
Dude, huge miss on your part. Huge miss.
Really?
Sorry, I'm gonna call you out right now. Huge
No
miss.
flags.
There was no flags.
No flags. Well, because it was raining though.
The minute we drove in, we were like,
but it was raining though. Remember, it was raining that whole week before.
Was it though?
Well,
I mean, it was foggy.
But I don't believe they'll put them out when they're raining. Like I know I get a couple veterans at work that jump my shit because I have my flag on my yard goat.
Oh, when it's raining.
Yeah, which I try to take it down when I'm there. I try to
bring it down. So let me ask you a question: if they're jumping your shit for that, does it have a light on it in the morning? Good job.
Absolutely.
Good job.
I have 5 lights on my yard truck. And I've
Can you direct one to where
badass, bro? It looks badass. I had a guy drive it down the road for me. I'm like, okay, that looks cool as shit.
That's cool.
Yeah,
with the flag flying behind it,
and it lights up the stars, and then just the way that it waves. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, that would be the one thing that I was a little because we were like, I think we had the conversation the whole drive through there was like, where's the flags?
Yeah.
Like if I would,
I get what you're saying. Yeah, you're true. The pump and circumstance.
Well, it's just that's one. I mean, like you playing that TikTok.
Yeah.
Right. That video of driving through there.
It gets you.
It does.
It gets you. It doesn't matter if you're there for your parents or for whoever you're there for.
I remember the first time we drove in there, and obviously we hadn't been there. We were preparing for my dad's funeral, and it was just like you just are in awe as you drive in. And now they have that whole left side.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's where Yatsui is. Where one of Tom's buddies from the Series PD.
Oh, really?
His dad was there. Yeah, when Tom did like the Santa Claus when they went and got gifts and then they wrapped them for the Series PD.
I think Coley's good friends with Yatsui.
Yeah, they're good friends too.
Yeah, because they were all.
I said they are. I literally walked in their restaurant. They sat down like a booth over and. They didn't even recognize me.
In their restaurant?
At Sam's Cafe and Series.
Oh, do they own that?
No, well, they don't own it, but they should because
they're there all the time.
It's always, I mean, if it ain't a sheriff, it's a PD, it's somebody it's a law enforcement restaurant for sure.
That's funny. What was the restaurant across from Pacific in Stockton? Like that's why I was never worried about getting robbed at Pacific because we had, I always want to say it was like a creamery. It was like the creamery or something. What was that?
Oh,
sits the creamery.
Sits behind sits back behind.
Yeah. It was like Comcast, and then there was a restaurant.
Velvet
Creamery.
Grill.
Yeah.
Velvet Creamery.
No, it wasn't Velvet Creamery. It was just the creamery.
The creamery.
Yeah. There you go. It was.
Yeah, you guys. That's right. Because I used to with Cisco, I would pull up right there, and then everyone would be trying to get in your guys' store there or the bank,
or iPhone, or I mean, whatever it may be. That was back in the day. back in the day. But yeah, I mean, Wreaths Across America. The National Cemetery threw me off with the flags. I'll get over it.
I get it.
But seeing your post again, then it was like, oh, all right, cool. I missed him.
Yeah,
I definitely missed him. So now we got to drive back just to get that view.
Did you go up to the top where the flag? Posted?
It was.
You got to go do that.
So there was. I know. Oh, I saw your video. And for you to go live, that's like the only place you can probably go
literally
live.
Like it's like 400 yards or 400 feet above.
Yeah,
where the cemetery is.
Yeah, don't go there and plan on using your phone.
You're not going to be able to. There's a few spots, and it's literally like where our dads are.
If you go up the hill,
barely gets up the hill and then it stops, and like it feels like there's anything that's like on the low. I don't want to say lower level, but the lower level. Like you're not going to get nothing, but the top where the flagpole is, you can catch some reception there, because the airwaves just go straight across. You don't dip or nothing.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, well, there's definitely advancement that we can do. There's more that we can do. So,
I mean, I think felt like we shared it, but I want to do more. It was. It was awesome, but then it was sad to hear that they didn't sell, because last year, like, we were out, like, we had to kind of pull onto the road and the line was at the road, and we went at basically the same time.
Yeah.
And this year we literally drove up to the front. I mean, there was a little bit of line, but it wasn't anything it was last year. So and they were getting them out just as fast. Gary, you're right. It wasn't about getting on the cell phone, but sometimes when you're searching for other plots and you need to use the internet to help find some of your friends, family members, that's
you don't
where
plan ahead.
No, it
or all of
wasn't.
a sudden you're like, oh, I remember so-and-so's out here.
No, yeah, it wasn't that kind of thing. But you kind of just mentioned it. It is cool. Our dads. So I don't know if you know, but my aunt, my dad's sister, is literally 3 plots over from my dad.
Okay, so I remember the conversation. I just couldn't remember who it was.
In the same, I mean, she's literally like, my dad's on the edge of the row, and then my aunt's 3 plots in from him. And she died in like almost a year before, so kind of crazy. And then Tom is
on the
literally
other side,
but only
protecting
like
the
a
other-
couple rows down,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
on the aisle on the other side.
Yeah. Protecting the other side.
Yeah, so it was like when we went there, yeah, Gary, there's no plaques on the actual quadrants. You just get to see, like, you see, like, all of our dads are like C18. I think it was C18 or something.
Yeah.
But you have to either stop at the main office and look at the main map before you go, or go online. We actually ended up grabbing a paper, I think, or pulling it online.
I can never get the parking. There's only 6 parking spots there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always wanted to go in and check the inside part there. So Justin Wood he's on 3, which
dude,
he's
on 3.
Yeah. So when you go in and you take the roundabout all the way to the left,
to the right, you got to go to the right.
Yeah. You go past it, and then there's that row of the bushes, but they're real tall trees. And he's like 2691. He's like,
but he's
section 3.
But he's
in
at 3 because
other side.
It's either C something or there's 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, and then the numbers are all screwed up too, because ours are like 11, 12 on the other side, but then like 8, 7, 6 are this way.
Well,
9.
So Chris's family was on like 2, and then they had somebody else on 4.
Yeah,
and we drove that way, and then we saw 2. So we thought it was 2, and it was C2.
Yeah.
So then we had to drive up and go around.
Yeah.
And then we ended up finding it because we just didn't drive far enough.
Yeah.
But you had like C through 1 through 5. But if you continue to go the right, then you go up to the flagpole.
Yeah.
And there was a ton of people up there still when we
got so lucky. We drove up there, nobody.
That was probably after the ceremony, and everybody came back
like
down.
8:00 in the morning. The ceremony was like 8.
Yeah. But it was
we didn't get out there till what, 9?
When we were driving, because we were trying to find the C2. We didn't have the map. Online wasn't working. And then we end up driving down to the new stuff because we're like, oh, maybe it's down there. But we're like, no, that didn't work. And then we drove back up, and they're like, oh. And as we were driving by, they actually had soldiers standing at attention in front of the flag that you could see up there. So I don't think they were doing something. I mean,
So what time did they do the ceremony?
No, the ceremony said it was like 9.
And then I heard it was 8.
Yeah.
See,
there you go.
Next year we will be so prepared.
Oh yeah, it's all right, Gary. It's all right, Gary. We need to get you out to San Joaquin Memorial. It's a beautiful sight out there.
It's cool. I mean, obviously, I'd rather go during the winter, just because it's a little greener.
It looks nice during the sun. Yeah. Well, here's the problem for the winter. So Jamie's grandpa, he's actually across the street and just over a little bit. So he's not even that far. So like our dads are up in kind of the corner there. He's back down the road. You know where the little place where you can get the vases?
Yeah.
So he's actually just a couple steps away from one of those.
Oh.
Like maybe 10 feet.
Yeah.
And the problem with his is poor Jamie, like the last time when we went there with Aiden before his game, it was sopped in. It was completely covered in water. So she's like, let's grab some towels so I can clean it up. And luckily this time it was dry.
Yeah, I noticed that south part. If you're looking at art where our pops are,
Yeah.
if you turn around, look at that south. I know that one was like
No, that whole side is
deep.
just it's
Yeah.
mud, and and so she had to walk through. But it was actually a lot better this time.
Yeah.
But when we went less than a month ago, because I forgot what game we went to it before one of the games because
I
they wanted to go.
Yeah.
Before one of the playoff games or something.
Was it the first one? It had to have been because we talked about that.
Was it the first one?
You want to run out there. Well,
Yeah.
November 11th.
Oh, that's right. It was
Friday.
I don't think there's any
I don't think
actual
they separate it like that.
I mean, my dad's surrounded because there is, I was kind of the first couple of Wreaths, I was like, I want to put them around more Marines.
Yeah.
And the funny part was that in his area, not a lot of Marines.
Yeah. Well, and then around Tom, there was like a bunch of Navy.
Really?
So I was like, I get kind of,
but
you can think that, but I don't.
There's nothing
separated. Yeah.
No, there's nothing about they don't separate them. Now they do have like some memorial stuff there based on each branch. Sorry, I can't think.
Oh, I got you.
Thank you. But the burial plots are not. They're all just it's as people pass away.
She would levitate.
Oh yes, sorry, Gary. That's what being sick does. I don't catch on to levity very well. So thank you for that. Wait, and I think her grandpa was in the Navy too. No, Army. Yeah, Army. Which then that actually kind of would have been funny too if he was Navy. Most of those guys over in the Navy.
The water. Get it?
But I do enjoy like reading, what like I like how they put, when they served, and then the families leave a message. So
yeah, they met cool there is an error on Tom's stone.
There is?
Yeah, it's a spelling.
Really? I want to get down.
It's a very common mistake. I literally want to take a chisel and a little hammer.
Can't you ask them?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Probably be more of a hassle than anything.
Dude, nothing's a hassle. It's your loved one. You want?
Well, no, I'm saying on their part, they would probably, and we probably spelled it wrong. Anyways, being the rednecks that we are.
You guys spelled it wrong.
You find it yet?
No, I'm trying to hurry and rush, so this is not bad.
So I'll just tell you, it's your. Instead of you are loved and you're loved. Your love is emits through this. It's a common mistake. It is what it is. Yeah, Gary. I'm sure. If there's ever a person that has a guy.
No, it's Gary.
It's no,
that's the power of being.
If he hasn't done it, but if he hasn't done it himself,
yeah,
he has a guy that knows a guy.
Well, it also helps being somebody that literally, and I don't want to say this in the wrong way, touches, a ton of people. He doesn't physically touch them, but he deals with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so he's very good at what he does with, being.
Is it a mobile marker guy? Probably.
Well, I think the VA wants, because the VA makes those. So
yeah.
Well, that's crazy to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed it. We all kind of just didn't really say.
We struggled with the word count because you had to have, the word count. So we had to make sure we got Grampy in there.
Yeah,
because Grampy was important because that was, he was Grumpy Grampy. But we wanted Grumpy Grampy, but we couldn't fit Grumpy in.
Well, I'm sure that's what's going to be on mine.
No, ours are just going to say assholes.
Yeah. Asshole.
Yeah.
Hey, so what are you guys doing for Christmas Eve?
So
what do you guys do?
Well, apparently one of my kids is here.
The oldest?
Yeah, my oldest is outside.
Oh, why? Bring him in.
No,
why?
He's got a sick family.
Oh, like my God.
Who knows?
Just
no. So
take some.
Aiden had RSV. Shit. I have RSV. Jamie's actually been good. We've been going for a couple weeks. Cade and Jackson this last week got foot and mouth.
Oh,
so they are all broken out in garbage. and they have flu. They have major, flu-like symptoms. Actually, it is operates a marker cutting service, but he does tagging removal.
It's awesome.
Yeah. But now Katie's extremely sick. So he actually had to work today. But he's been like on his 7th, and then they're on shutdown. So because they shut down for Christmas usually.
Why did I know about Houston Husky hats for sale?
They just came out. That's why you didn't know. Because they just got more. They were out of gear leading up to everything, and now they got them.
Interesting. Maybe
they have flags too.
Yeah, I saw the flags 3x5s.
Yeah,
they would probably say something. I probably couldn't fly that at work.
Why? They're state champs.
I get it. I know. I actually had a couple of people come up and they actually said something like, hey, Houston.
Gary does do a lot. Gary delivers a lot of stuff for.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Gary's all. Yeah.
Thank you, Gary. And just so everybody that's watching, Gary Miller. He's a tax professional. He's an accountant, CPA.
So
and
I got to
stop
Marine
you. Corps veteran.
Yes, he is. Appreciate your service, but I have an issue with this. Keep pumping this guy up, okay? Because the more and more people know about him, the more and more less likely I'm going to get an appointment.
No, just
I started
really
2 months.
To T. If you're really nice to
she was a sweetheart.
You will get your appointment.
A while back, probably about 5 years ago, we had a guy. We went to Tulare
to do your taxes.
Yeah, he was just below Gary Miller style, right? And this guy did a lot. I believe I was like the last guy he did.
Gary Miller is on a pedestal.
Gary Miller is appreciate it. See? Appreciate it. Yeah, no, Gary's one of those guys where you're like, oh, I can do that. Oh, I get that.
That's how taxes work. Oh,
yeah.
Cool. Until those 87,000 agents come after us, even though Gary said they're for other things. So we'll see.
Bigger fish to fry.
Well, they're already frying him.
Yeah.
Anyways,
American Veterans First will be closed on Friday, tomorrow, and Monday. So happy for you guys to take a long weekend. Enjoy your Christmas break. But if you have a chance, go out to Riverbank to American Veterans First. Check it out. They have a great deal of artifacts. The museum is up and running, and he's got sections in there.
Just crazy, World War I uniforms.
Unbelievable.
No, but what is crazy is the size of our soldiers from World War I,
like sixth graders.
Yeah, and to the size of our soldiers, by Afghanistan.
Yeah, so much the bigger, faster, stronger bullshit. I mean, good God.
No, things have definitely changed. Well, that's why I was, I'm bummed Sean didn't make it on, but it's something I want to talk to him about. One of his TikToks is watching, and I'm going to talk about it right now because, we could still bring it up next time, but there's a 100-year-old Marine on one of his more recent TikToks.
I saw that. And he got emotional. Yeah.
And I think it's just something. Yep. And he said, I didn't fight for this country.
This is not the country I fought for.
Yeah. To turn into what it's turning into.
Yeah. He was emotional.
He's like, yes, I fought for everybody to have their rights. I fought for all that, but I didn't fight for what's happening right now. And and he was absolutely breaking down. And that's the kind of stuff that saddens me, is that, man, it's have you seen the whole story about Stanford's acceptable words?
No, but apparently the military wants to get rid of sir and ma'am.
Yeah, I saw that.
Your drill sergeants.
Yeah, that's
I don't get.
Stanford has a whole welcome to the direct site improvement and how your food supply has increased.
Yeah.
That is very true. But Stanford released a pamphlet or a book on, I think it's like 37 pages of list of words that they find shouldn't be used anymore. The number one word picked out of the whole book?
He, she.
No. American.
Oh, cool.
We should not use the word American because we think we are above everybody else, we should use the word U.S. citizen. That's the word they want. That's the term to replace it.
Wow.
Grandpa and grandma.
Really?
Yeah, relates to age. Like it's not age appropriate. And it's like
White paper.
I agree.
White paper.
Well, yeah, and obviously in real estate they're getting rid of the master bedroom and anything with master. Like I think master sergeant is probably going to be something that goes homogenized foreigner. That's funny, Gary. But that if you have a chance, go look up the article on Stanford and their acceptable words. There's many different articles. You know, I wanted to read multiple because I wanted to make sure this was something that was real.
Oh, it's real, all right.
Oh, it's real. So
it's real.
The basis of it is you're not like on campus. They don't want you using those words. They don't want you using those words in your papers.
Primary for master bedroom.
Yes, primary bedroom, primary bathroom.
A white paper, which that must be a school.
Blind study, cannot use blind study.
Huh?
Because it's
this is so I worked 40 man hours. It's going to take 40 man hours to do a week's work. I did 40 person hours.
Oh.
So yes. Man hours to person hours.
Yeah. See? How dare you?
You ready for that one?
But that's what I don't get. So again, if we don't know what a man and woman is, why are we even changing the word? Like whatever.
Hey, don't walk into American Veterans First. You're going to drop in. Walk trivializes people with disability.
Right. Yes. You do not walk anywhere.
Don't walk anywhere. Don't. No.
So do you drop in everywhere?
Drop in. Well,
I feel like I'm going to get injured. So that really hurts me.
Yeah.
Literally.
You can't kill two birds with one stone. You do two things at once because it promotes animal cruelty.
I mean, when I hear kill two birds with one stone, that's the first thing I want to do is go kill two birds. Right. I mean, I want to run out and kill two birds. But isn't it amazing? That list is like, I want to find the actual book and literally just roast it.
That's awesome.
And I'm sure somebody try to cancel us. We can't be canceled if we choose not to be.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
You can't cancel me,
with somebody with 143 subscribers, I dare you to cancel it.
My 143 will be at your house throwing stones at your
exactly.
House.
Sight impaired testing with multiple opposite factoring concerning traveling on liberty. I see. That's the thing. Now language doesn't even make sense anymore.
So on Brave, there's no replacement. It's none.
Oh, so you just can't use the word brave.
Stereotype. You just can't use the word brave.
So all the people standing up to all these mean words that have gone through time.
Well, you can't stand up because what about the people that don't have legs?
That's right. Those who are
vertical challenge. Can't be that because that's short.
I don't even know how to talk anymore.
And we're going to end it with this one. Grandfather. The grandfather one, which you already brought that up. But
right.
So my legacy is buried in Winton. Excuse me. My grandfather, you have to use legacy. Grandfather,
your legacy
denied black people the vote.
Wait, so if grandfather's legacy, what's grandmother?
Great question. I get you an email. You can send them a message because I don't even know.
So is Kate should start calling me legacy?
Legacy.
That's my new name. We were talking about this last night. Because there was a post about you as grandpa and grandma, what are your names? Which I'm just going to come out and say it. I think it's the stupidest thing there is.
I tend to agree with you.
If you want to be called something, I think it's stupid that you're naming it. But no, I don't want anybody to take offense to that because there's a lot of people we know that are grandparents too. We're just grandma and grandpa. Actually, we're Nama and Nampa because that's the way he says it. And it's
you guys stick. Yep.
And I will take that patriarchal teacher.
What's up, Nate? What's up, Nate the Great?
So if grandpa's legacy, what is grandma? And I'm going to literally tell Katie has to call me legacy now, because that's what grandparents do now. We tell our grandkids what to call us.
So in this article I want to get back to this word.
No, the word thing is very
white paper. Is that something is that like a college? Is there something that I don't understand? I don't know
what paper. I mean,
well, no, but this is white paper. I'm assuming it's like an article or something that you have to turn in.
Nate, we're sorry you're tuning in today, because now we're on a
it's just us. It's just us.
Yeah. But we're having fun with the Stanford new list of words that are acceptable.
Yeah. So white paper is actually, the I in white is actually an asterisk. They don't even type in white. But why even use white paper at all? Black, green, brown, blue, pink, or anything but the nasty color of privilege would suffice.
Purple paper.
Wow.
Call it purple paper.
So this was on Outkick.com. University deems grandfather brave and white paper as harmful words. I'm assuming this Bobby Burke.
Hey, I like that article, because every other article, American's the first thing on.
Yeah. So I think Bobby Burek. I'm giving him
Bobby
credit.
Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
And
all them alligators.
My mama always told me.
Vicky Valancourt showed me her boobies, and I liked it. I'm gonna bring that. And that ball was in that one here, that one the ball.
That's the best role ever in Hollywood.
Oh, dude,
it's right there.
Yeah, we're almost getting into like
white paper is an informational document issued by a company, government agency, or not for profit. See, the crazy thing is, this is straight out of Gary's head. Like, he's got the direct meaning of it straight out of his head. Thank you, Gary. It's our own dictionary right there. Are you still reading on that article?
Ask Jeeves, bro. Okay.
No, ask Gary.
Ask Gary. Yeah, everybody's on this.
Everybody.
I was trying to see if Stanford actually had it posted on their site.
I don't. Well, you probably have to dig in. It may be on the student
Reddit.
site.
We could go to Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit would have a lot to say.
Boy.
But I'd be like, for comments later on the show, I really would be interested on what other people's thoughts are. Oh my God, what'd you come across?
You can't use hip hip hooray, because what if someone had a hip replacement?
Is that what it says?
It's on Reddit though.
Oh God.
Oh God. Stanford Guide to Acceptable Words.
It almost makes me feel like
Wall Street Journal.
Johnny Depp's, I got bit by my dog, or whatever, that whole thing that everybody started mocking on TikTok. What?
Dog?
Oh yeah, my dog got stung by a bee. Now it's the words of Stanford.
Gotta. Just the fact that you had to spell that.
Again, it's Gary, our dictionary. Gary is officially our dictionary of the show. For us less educated.
Harmful language initiative is what they're proposing.
Harmful language. But it kills me that American is on there.
God,
like saying I'm an American is harmful language. When did we stop this whole thing of
when we put our kid in the corner for a timeout instead of just beating their ass?
That is true. And I just had that conversation with my wonderful life coach the other day about the fact that I got accused of beating, and now I wish I did. You got
accused. Oh, that's yes.
Yeah. So the fact that I got accused of it cracks me up, because now I wish I did, like my dad and uncle did to me when I was growing up. Those belts felt wonderful.
Yeah.
What are you still reading?
Good ass kicking, a good ass beating is okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
It really is.
I mean,
just don't say sorry after.
I'm sorry I'm sorry you made me do that to you.
That's my biggest.
Just stick with it.
I'm always in so much trouble, because when I do get mad at everybody, I will not say sorry, because I can't take it back. Like, I did it. I can't take it back. So saying sorry doesn't fix it.
PDF. There's a PDF.
Who? What?
There's a PDF of it.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
1982, when corporal punishment was outlawed. Yeah, but The thing is what did I just read somebody, there was a football player or somebody that was arrested for child abuse.
Oh man,
Just recently.
I just watched it. He beat some dude's ass in a restaurant.
Gary, I learned more from the blackouts I earned than any slap on the wrist.
Oh, you can't talk. You can't say black.
Oh, you can't.
You can't say.
Please don't use that.
Please don't use the word black. The blackouts, because what about the whiteouts and the gray outs and everything? You know, come
hey, if I go out on the show, it'll be funny because this is part of my sickness. Is I've actually coughed to passing out like 3 times this week.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm always sitting, so that's good. But doctor doesn't even seem to care. So I guess it's okay to cough to passing out.
Basket case.
Oh, you can't use basket case. Who are you offending?
Nervous people. Originally referred to. Gosh damn it. Originally referred to one who has lost all 4 limbs and therefore needed to be carried around in a basket.
Does anybody know that?
Oh, are you serious? I just thought
And
you were
how
crazy
many
fool.
people?
What the hell?
Oh my goodness. We have
This is
I'm
a
just gonna
great
tell everybody
Holy
that watches our
shit.
show.
13 pages of this shit.
I want out of California. I don't even want to be close to
Yep. Graybeard.
Graybeard.
Consider using the person's name. It calls out an older and presumable more experienced IT or cybersecurity person by referring to their age instead of their name. Why that offends me? Because I'm not cybersecurity or IT.
We're graybeards.
We're graybeards. I'm
Yours
running.
is grayer than mine.
Yeah.
You're old.
No, because I'm a spaz, clumsy,
spaz
ableist
is
language
got
that
enough.
trivializes the experience of people living with disabilities.
Spaz is not allowed. So you have the whole list now?
I can send it to you.
Dude, we gotta post it. We gotta post it because I think it'll be funny to post
Wow.
this.
Ageism. Yeah, it's broke down into different. Elimination of harmful language initiative.
I'm still confused on grandpa and grandma's not in there, but
Okay.
grandfather is.
Okay.
Legacy.
Is that going to be ageism?
Yeah, that would be ages.
See, nope. It's going to be colonialism. Nope. You can't call the Philippine Islands the Philippine Islands.
What?
You can
Then
either
what
call it the Philippines or the Republic of the Philippines. The term is politically incorrect and denotes colonization, colonialism.
Eric,
Colonialism.
Eric, spell. I know that's what I was doing. Eric, spell fat.
PHAT.
Spell fat.
FAT.
Spell her.
HER.
What's that spell?
Fatter. Fat her. Her.
Eric, spell fat.
FAT.
Eric, spell her.
HER.
What does that spell?
What does that spell?
What does
THAT.
the words the words you just spelled?
Fat her. Father.
Oh, there we go. I was like, dude, you were set up with that whole word. You were set. I was like, oh, and that's why Jamie came running
She
in.
came over.
Did you see her? She's like, do it. And because our minds, that's why we've been married. That's why we get along. Because that's been all over like TikTok. I quit. I don't apologize.
Oh
I don't
shit,
apologize
that was
for it.
beautiful. You can't bury the hatchet, call for peace, or call a truce. This term is used in cultural appropriation of a century-old tradition among some Northern American indigenous people, Indians, people who buried their tools of war as a symbol of peace.
Okay, we've got to share this. Thing,
Yeah.
So, that's. I didn't realize the Stanford thing was going to get us going so far. That's hilarious.
Yeah, low man
So-
on the totem pole, bro. You're lacking seniority.
But
You don't
can't-
have the power.
So what? So you can't say low man on the
low
totem
man on the
pole?
totem pole needs to be replaced with either lacking seniority or don't
Oh.
have the power or prestige. Trivializes something that is sacred to indigenous people. Also, in some First Nation communities, being low on the totem pole is actually a higher honor than being on top. The term also reinforces male-dominated language. A low
Okay,
woman, a
You
low
had
woman on
me-
the
You had me on everything until that lesson. Like I was like, I'm all right with low man on the totem pole. I'm all right with it.
Dude.
But the other two terms feel very hurtful. I'm lacking
I
seniority.
use every single. Okay, let me just run. I'm gonna run through the list that can't be used of this specific.
Not all. It's like 37
This is
pages.
culturally appropriative. Okay.
Okay.
The brave is in there. Bury the hatchet. Chief. Right. Use the
Okay.
person's name. Geronimo. Guru. Can't be. You can't say guru.
Yep. Also takes feminist energy from Lizzie Borden.
Pocahontas. You can't use. Powwow. Can't use powwow. Spirit animal or too many chiefs not of
Oh
India.
yeah, the
Literally
spirit
use
animal
that.
I've heard now has been something that's been.
Favorite animal. Animal I most admire or would like to be.
It doesn't have the same meaning.
Here's gender based. Yeah, they're broke down into categories.
But I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Imprecise language. Abort. You can say cancel or end.
Of course they are. Of course they're going to change that word.
And then again, American, U.S. citizen. This term often refers to people from the United States only, thereby insinuating that the U.S. is the most important country in the Americas,
There's both North and South America.
which is
There's
made up of
37 countries,
42 countries. Well, yeah, pretty much. Didn't know.
Hey, guess what? The people that wrote this were Americans.
Yeah, so let me see how I can forward this to you.
Yeah, if you can, I would like to at least, even if we have the link to it, then we can share it because
Yeah.
I would like to hear other people's views to make sure we're not the only people of ignorance in the world. I'm pretty sure we're not, but let's throw it out there. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and run one more commercial.
You took out the drip. Why did you take out the drip?
The drip?
The pouring of the wine.
Because it was boring.
Like my favorite part of it.
Oh no, don't. I could run 1,000-page dissertation. Well, it could be the 4,100-page dissertation that Congress is going through right now, right?
Dissertation.
The omnibus.
Did it go through to your phone?
I didn't get anything yet. I didn't get anything yet.
It's going to be from stanfordlanguage.pdf. I sent it to your device, which is active, your Mac Pro active.
Oh.
Mac Pro's over here. Your iMac 2 days ago.
Oh, here.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Look at me go.
Why did you send it that way? That's
Bro,
weird.
don't do that. Don't do that. For someone who doesn't know how to do anything, and then you're going to call me out on that. No, not going to happen at all.
No, you did it. I was just
Take
like,
it back.
it popped up.
I know. It's going to come up like 4 other times too.
Uh-oh, am I in trouble? Hey, my mom just texted me. I have been an American grandmother for over 28 years. Well, Mom, you are now a U.S. citizen legacy.
Yeah. Yeah. Legacy. How
I'm going to
silly.
teach Cade and Jackson to say legacies now.
Oh,
we are legacies.
hold on.
Oh, what?
This, bro, listen, I'm not racist. And I'm sorry that I have to say this before I say what they've put on this. Instead of saying African American now, consider using black.
What?
Context: Black people who are born in the United States can interpret hyphenating their identity as othering. As with many of the terms we are highlighting, some people do prefer to be addressed by this term. So it's best to ask the person which term they prefer to use when addressing them. When used to refer to the person, the B should always be capitalized. How about American? Oh wait, we can't call him. Are you a U.S.
Hey,
citizen?
Elon Musk is an African American. That's probably why they're changing it.
Boy, oh boy.
I mean, that's why, you know, there's people freaking out that Elon Musk is an African American and that they don't like an African American running Twitter.
Well, I am 4% African
I
American.
know, we've had that conversation. No, now you're black.
I'm black.
With the capital B.
Actually, you didn't ask what I'd like to be called.
I'm sorry, Eric. What would you like to be called?
American. Oh wait,
Can't be
U.S.
called that?
citizen.
No. You.
Oh, there we go. Hick.
My
Hick.
mom just said screw Stanford.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was excited because they just got a new football coach from Sac State who
Yep.
was from Folsom, which I was
Yep.
excited because, yeah. So here's two more. Well, there's more, way more. but
There's 37 pages.
Hick, uneducated or unsophisticated person. The term assumes that those who come from rural environments are uneducated or unsophisticated. I have been to a fancy restaurant with 7 forks and spoons and knives
Yeah.
and 2 different drinking utensils.
2.
I mean, 2 different drinking apparatuses that hold
You
beverage.
hick.
You hick. You're a hick too. You hip hop. You hip hop. Can't say
Hip-hop
hip hop.
Can't say hip hop?
Hip hop hooray. Hip hop hooray. Hooray. The term was used by German Nazis during the Holocaust as a rallying cry when they would hunt down Jewish citizens living in segregated neighborhoods. Can't say
What is
hooray.
Naughty by Nature going to do?
They're going to hold down the fort, cover the roll. Can't do it.
Okay, so what's the replacement of hooray?
Don't know. Hooray. You can't say hip hip hooray. The hip hip hooray you can't say. You just say hooray. So hip hip is the derogatory section of the.
What about hip hop? Hooray.
What about hip hop anonymous? Why is he getting all the good words? You think we can get out of
this?
that?
I'm literally glad I brought this up because this needed to be talked about.
Well, you can't Jew, and he got Jewed down at the
Well,
Got
we know that one.
haggled.
Yeah,
The term is
haggled.
based on a stereotype of Jewish
But
people.
I feel like
descendants of
haggled
cheat.
is bad too. I don't know. Haggled sounds funny.
Oh, you can't say long
You
time
are
no
the
see.
smartest hick we've ever known.
Yeah, Gary, you are a hick.
Well, what about redneck? Redneck's not on there.
Didn't say. You can't say normal person,
What?
ordinary person, common person, conventional person. This phrase results in the othering of non-white person and those who live with disabilities, mental
How
illness,
is a
or
normal
disease,
person
not
automatically
being
white?
full or regular.
Wait, how is a normal person automatically white? Because that's
Of
basically
non-white
what that says.
people. Of non-white people.
Oh my
This
God.
phrase results in the othering of non-white people. So because if a veteran got his leg blown off protecting our country, he's not a normal person. Because non-white people and those living with disabilities, mental illness or disease.
I do want to remind you that 100-year-old Marine, this is what he was crying about. He fought to give Stanford the ability to completely change our English language to mush.
Prostitute.
A normal person is just an average of all people. Yeah, but based on what they're saying, so prostitute can't be used?
Prostitute. I don't know what debase is. Debase. Consider using debase. Unnecessarily correlates corruption or unworthy purpose with sex work. It's
Isn't
totally
that what
worthy.
prostitution
It's totally worthy with. I mean, unnecessarily correlates corruption. Listen, you're providing a service. I have the funds.
It's the oldest job in the world.
Dude,
How are you going to take that word away?
listen, man. This is not awesome at all.
Stanford is
This is
on
they're off the
another
hook.
level.
Go Cal, beat Stanford now. Go
Cal.
Cal.
You're getting even
Yeah.
worse.
Well, they didn't post anything yet.
I mean, Stanford's logo's a tree. Come on. And Cal had people hiding up in them around their football stadium when they were trying to remodel. Like, let's get out of California schools.
Oh shit!
I'd love
man.
to say USC, but no, they're going to be on this kind of level too. Sex workers, okay then.
Oh, you can't say wife beater T-shirt.
Oh, come on.
White
Why are
rib
you
tank
offending
top.
the wife beaters?
white rib tank or undershirt?
Hey,
Because
paparazzi, I'm going to wear a white rib tank top shirt to Christmas
underneath my button down silver silk
with my
white-
dickie on. Like,
Are you a
Christmas
Dixon guy?
vacation.
Are you a Dixon guy?
No, I'm not. I
Yeah.
can't wear long sleeves.
They have
You
short
barely
sleeve
ever
shirts.
see me wearing. No,
So I'm calling out everyone right now. So our whole management team,
They're all Dixon.
they're all Dixon bald head. Yeah. Well, actually, one just got a promotion.
I could
to a
tell
different department.
anytime any of my friends get new Dixon stuff because it gets posted. They're like, what do you call those people that work out a lot? You know, what are they? That they do it.
Yeah.
That work out a lot.
I can't remember.
Oh man, what is it called? Damn it! It's a whole workout group that they do it because they tell you Dixon wears
Yeah.
that they wear Dixon because they tell you before you even see the clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing Dixon. I got my new
a
Dixon.
box today.
Meanwhile,
trigger.
we're posting Till Valhalla Project like
yeah,
and 22 Mohawks.
Dude, they had a
hopefully soon sit rep
Dude.
22 stuff.
dude. Till Valhalla had a sweet shirt. I was gonna get it, but
They have a button. They're
trigger
they're
warning,
goals.
war room,
Trigger
whipped
warning.
into shape.
So you can't say trigger warning. So the group who created trigger warning now is saying you can't say trigger warning. What do you say?
Content note.
What?
The phrase can cause stress about what's to follow. Additionally, one can never know what
Content
may
note
or may
coming,
not
folks.
trigger a particular person. Content note, trigger warning.
Dude, we should try to do a whole show not using any of these words.
Hey, give it a go. Give it a go because I can't tell you to take a shot.
Oh, dude, thank you, Joey.
Hey,
Just go enjoy
baby.
your panel because today's show we're all over the place.
Hey,
Go check out the Stanford acceptable words, whatever it is, whatever it's called. Joey.
Can't crack the whip. Can't beat
Why?
a dead horse
Are you-
anymore.
Oh yeah, animal cruelty, right?
Yeah. Express normalize.
Did anybody remind them the horse was already dead?
We can't beat it no more. Just beat it.
Is that animal cruelty if the horse is already
Animal
dead?
Cruelty.
Cruelty.
Oh, dude, listen, Joey, if you do a segment on this Stanford thing, we are so on.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta go read it, go check
Actually,
it out, and
let's see if
we
I
could
can-
have some real fun with
Let's see if I can get it to Facebook.
it.
Share.
No, we're ready to shut down soon anyways because I still feel like crap. So don't worry, you enjoy your Christmas, man. We appreciate you.
Right there, just tagged you, bro.
There,
But
Eric.
it's on the
It's the Stanford acceptable word. I think it's called the Stanford acceptable words.
but the problem is
Okay.
it's on the Wall Street
Wall Street Journal.
Shit, dude. The Wall Street Journal.
Because you're scared to say words now.
So I'm sorry. I'm very scared. 'cause-
It's the Elimination of Harmful Language Initiative by Stanford University.
Them douchebags.
It is
I like going to Stanford, but I'm no white hat hacker. I've never heard the white hat hacker before. I don't even
well, now you're probably
uppity. You can't use uppity, arrogant, stuck up. Although the term originated in the black community to describe another black person who didn't know their socioeconomic place, it was quickly adapted by white supremacists.
Stop. Listen to that comment. It's somebody who didn't know so if they were uppity, which means if they were trying to live a better life, they didn't know they had to stay down.
They had to stay down. It's not the
Come
white
on.
man. Oh,
Come on.
We gotta be careful.
No,
Uppity.
don't.
Yeah.
I love everybody. Let's
Yeah,
just
no,
be very
and
clear.
I mean,
just be very
you can't
clear.
call a spade a spade.
This is all entertainment and
It is
losing our mind.
What we're listen. We're not promoting any negativity. We're just bringing light.
We're trying
that
to
this is
understand
ridiculous.
how is this the world we're living
I mean, dude, why can't we all just be Americans, be freaking human beings, be nice to each other? We laugh at it because I've been called white. I've been called fat. I've been called a honky. I've been called,
Imagine having to write a paper and how many words are on this list that you can't use, that you have to go find a new meaning for because you're not allowed to write it.
how about the word slave? You can't say slave, which is secondary replica worker, or slave labor. Unfair work practices is what you're supposed to say. references a time when enslavement of people, in particularly Black Americans, was allowed. Or you sold me down the river, betrayed. Tarball, tar archive.
Some of these are like, do people really use some of these
What
terms?
is this? Okay, so it's broken down. Institutionalized racism is what this section is called.
Oh boy.
Barrio Holmes.
So you can't say
Specific name of
barrio.
neighborhood.
So somebody who came from a barrio can't say they came from a barrio.
Hey, we have an issue with a guy on Twitter, right?
Okay. Yes.
Black cat. Can't use it. Can't use it. You gotta get on Twitter, dude.
That.
Can't use it.
Screenshot that.
Black hat, malicious, criminal, unethical hacker assigns negative connotation to the color black.
For all my Houston peeps,
dude.
Black
you
hat,
have got to get. You're blocked.
I'm blocked. I can't
send
do
it.
anything.
Hey, type it up. Send it to me, and I'll bust his ass. Can't use it. Can't use it.
Oh my God.
Give me another definition for banned or denied.
Banned or denied.
The word
Canceled.
is blocked. Well, no, the word that I'm wanting you to say is what you can't use. This is the correct term that you need to use. Banned or denied.
Canceled. This is
Blackballed.
Blackballed.
Again, this is all institutionalized racism list. This is the section that it's in. Can't take. Hey, I'm a brown bag it to work tomorrow.
You can't say brown bag.
Lunch
it's
and
the
learn.
literal. What?
Lunch and learn tech talk, historically associated with the brown bag paper test that certain Black sororities and fraternities used to judge skin color. Those whose skin color was darker than the brown bag were not allowed to join.
What?
That's their own. They're literally
95% of Americans have no clue and care. Any Gen Xer had a fucking brown bag that they took for lunch.
My
that would have
mommy wrote
never
me
known
notes.
that. Exactly.
My mom wrote notes. Black box. You can't use black box.
Yeah, we already
airplane
went through the
terminal?
whole animal cruelty thing, man.
Oh man.
It's
Can't
out
use
of control.
cakewalk.
Cakewalk?
Hey man, the defense came through the line like a
Bat out of hell.
gangbusters.
Oh,
Like gangbusters. Very successful. They came through the line very successful.
oh, how cute.
It's very successful.
We
Okay,
gotta
we're
tell
going.
Black Hat football.
Dude, you got to get on that. You got to make it.
I'm blocked.
No, make it.
Dude,
send it to me and I'll post it.
Snowflake blocked me.
Ghetto.
I'm sure I can't say
Use
Snowflake.
neighborhood's name.
What?
Can't say ghetto.
So you gotta say Bompton, Crenshaw.
What is yeah, Rhapsody, River Point.
Your River Point.
River Point.
Come on.
Press star first before you put my address in.
Yeah, it's so ghetto. Your
Why am I
neighborhood's
saying
so
like-
ghetto.
Precise language. We got into that.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I don't want to hear it from the audience.
What? The
I don't want no
audience-
hecklers or critics.
What? Okay, so what's the term not allowed?
Nothing from the peanut gallery.
Oh, nothing from the peanut gallery.
You know, because
Okay,
if
what's
you eat
peanut gallery?
peanuts, because peanuts, some people are allergic to it and it causes them mental stress and they might get PTSD. from it.
Oh my goodness.
The term refers to the cheapest and worst section in theaters where many Black people sat during the vaudeville era.
Yes, vaudeville. What?
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Can't use people of color. Did we not just go to black? Didn't we just say they didn't? You can't use African American. You can't use African American. You got to ask them or use black. But then right here it says you can't use people of color because of the BIPOC, the Black, Indigenous, and People of Color. If speaking about a specific group, name that group.
Okay, so our Mexicans that are from Mexico, do we call them brown
Mexican
people?
citizens.
No, we call them brown people because black people.
Well, you don't have a bag, so you don't know what they could be different shades of brown.
Okay. I could go through all the colors.
Dude, straight. You can't be called straight. You're heterosexual. I can't call you stupid. You're boring. You know, you're uncool.
Stupid?
Yeah, you're uncool.
This fucking article's stupid.
It's stupid. What do you say?
I'm a 10,000% never using.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're saying you can't use it.
Okay, so this is the most racist word that I've listened to or seen. Tar baby.
That's a terrible one.
Difficult
I can
problem
understand
though.
that one.
But they notarize it as you're supposed to say difficult problem.
That's the word. That's the replacement.
Yeah, I don't even know that. Apparently, that's not the definition that I'm thinking.
Well,
This is a dismissive term for a black person.
I will say, not a comment I've ever made in my life or ever thought of making, because it just wasn't in my vocabulary.
No,
But who says that? But I guess the replacement is very interesting in itself.
So there's two more, and
again, for anybody that wants to get upset, we're going over this because I mean, first off, it's sickening.
It's
we didn't
gross.
write it.
It's so disgusting that we have to actually have
it's honestly entertaining to talk it out and think about like the terms that are out there. And this would be one of those things we're having a show just going through these words.
And when Mike says entertaining, it's not entertaining that we're here giggling and laughing,
No,
being
it's for entertainment,
and we're
purposes.
being uncool about it.
No,
okay, or boring. Considered we're not being stupid about it. We understand what this brings, right?
We just but I don't understand.
No,
like I mean, there's certain words that I would never use them. I didn't even understand the replacements to use them because it wouldn't even be in my realm. But like things like bringing like real time, and words like American or even the whole grandfather, I mean, just like we are effing losing our minds. We're losing our minds.
Cakewalk. Cakewalk. Can't use victim.
All right, buddy. Have a Merry Christmas.
Deuces, bud.
We're going to be ending this soon anyways. So
client. You can't use user. You have to use client.
User?
Yeah. Victim.
But that's, user is sometimes.
It asks for your username. So that some of it better say client name. It better say client name when I log in. Ladies.
You can't use ladies?
Can't use ladies. Everyone. Lumps a group of people using gender binary language that doesn't include everyone.
The whole gender thing. I'm done.
Landlord, mailman.
The whole gender thing.
Man as a staff. This term reinforces male-dominated language. Man hours, man in the middle, mankind, man-made, manpower, policeman, seminal, she.
Do people understand that at one point the word man was just to describe human?
Yeah.
And people just shortened it.
Human.
They just shortened it.
She-male.
Mankind. It doesn't mean just for men. And those that are not ignorant understand that.
Transgender. I'm saying it right. It's transgender. Yeah, it's transgender. That's ER.
Okay.
And then at the end of that, it has ED. Transgendered. So they transitioned. Transgendered.
So that's how you
use transgender. Gendered.
Okay, so explaining their transition,
they finally made the completion from they transgendered, and I can't even.
I give up.
Yeah, tranny. You guys. You can't use you guys, folks. Appreciate you guys for joining. You guys.
Oh.
Do the truffle shuffle.
Just take that line out of. Just take that line out of one of the best movies of all time.
We made the trip a couple years ago up to Astoria. That was fun as shit, man. That was the
Go watch Goonies.
Go watch Goonies. Hey, do the truffle shuffle. Oh, come on, let me in.
So Hollywood, you need to remove.
Gosh, dang it. Probably like 90% of the films that you have.
Yeah.
Stanford, you suck.
Stanford, you do suck.
You suck.
I'm glad my kid didn't go there. Beautiful campus, but fat middle finger.
All right. Bye to wallstreetjournal.net. Thank you for your resources. You didn't make me pay for it this time.
Yes. Thank you. All right.
Thank you. Hi, buddy boy.
So that was fun.
It's always nice to just get stuff off our chest.
Well,
wait.
To
remove the pressure that's withholding from my pectoral muscles. Because some people might not have a chest.
By your pectoral muscles, though.
Some people might not have a chest.
Oh, well. Want to go home.
Hey, Mike. Deuces.
Dude, I'm not even ready. That's just hella funny.